So we can clearly see that the themes discussed in the play are very few. In the story, rather, or the narrative are very few. We have the themes of friendship, we have betrayal, we have murder or violence and alcoholism. Clearly, let's begin with friendship. Our two main characters are very close friends. The opening lines of the play sets the tone of the tone of the narrative. When Montresor tells us that the thousands, the many times that his friend has hurt him, he has taken all of them. But one time that he vowed to insult him, he also swore that he's going to take his revenge. So both of them are friends. And we also see an excerpt of that, or evidence of that, when Montresor encounters Fortunato at the carnival. They hug each other and they exchange pleasantries. They are happy to meet each other after a while. It tells us that both of them are very good friends. And they pride themselves as wine connoisseurs. Now that friendship is also partly the reason why Fortunato trusts himself, his friend, so blindly that he will follow him deep down the catacombs. So you observe that these two really shared a brotherhood. And for Montresor to have killed Fortunato, in spite of all that they shared, brings out the theme of betrayal. He has betrayed that friendship, that brotherhood, because Fortunato would not have expected his friend to do something like that to him. So you see friendship and betrayal. The next thing we see there is a theme of murder or violence. And of course, Montresor is very much guilty of that, taking his friend, dragging him down the catacombs and having him plastered onto the wall. That is a clear-cut example of murder and violence. And then alcoholism. Of course, the two of them are hardcore alcoholics. They are drunkards. Remember when we met Fortunato at the carnival? Montresor tells us that my friend was already drunk. He was already drunk. And it was still in the evening. The night hadn't come then at the time. He was already drunk. And so when he is drunk, it makes him an easy prey. Now, take note that Edgar Allan Poe is able to achieve characterization through the portrait of the two characters. One plays the villain, the other one plays the victim. Now, who plays the villain? Montresor is a bad guy. And Fortunato plays the victim. How do we know that? Because Montresor established a state of mind. He's a guy who is wicked right to the core. Because when he vows revenge, he takes it and makes sure that the victim really feels the pains. That he swears to us, the audience. That you who knows the content of my soul, that when I take my revenge, I do it really well. It tells that his own wickedness was on another level. And then his victim is Fortunato, who plays the role of a fool. Now his character trait is also projected through the outfit he wears. Take note that in literature, costumes also bring out character traits. Character traits is achieved through costume. The kind of outfit that characters put on their body sheds light on the content of their character. Now he's clearly dressed in costumes, the kind of outfit that clowns or jesters usually wear. That tells us more reasons why he was drunk when he was found by his friend and ends up getting killed so easily. So his foolishness is clearly exposed through the outfit he wears. All of that adds to Edgar Allan Poe's achieving characterization. Now we then move over to setting, which we have spoken about earlier. The setting literally points to two things: the time that events take place and the geographical location where event plays out, as well as seasonal setting. Seasonal setting is too out of time. We are talking about Italy, and what season? The carnival season. Carnival then means festivities, and Fortunato is part of the festivities. When we met him, he was really drunk. And so the season there creates a perfect atmosphere for a crime like murder to be accomplished. More impetus is given to this setting. One Montresor tells us that he has been able to clear the house up. He has given the servants reasons to go out, making for a deserted castle where the crime will take place. And again, the time setting is in the evening, towards the middle of the night. Perfect darkness, pitch darkness speaks a lot about death, and murder will be committed. So we see that there is unity in terms of setting and the events of the day. So take note that some advantages to be able to draw a connection between the settings of events and the events themselves. But that is what brings out effectiveness, and that will get to the marks. And then we are talking about stylistic devices. The first one we see here is pathos. Pathos means sympathy. When authors generate sadness in the hearts and minds of the audiences, we call it pathos in literature. When Montresor decides to kill his friend, we begin to feel sorry for Fortunato, who is innocently going to be killed. So that pathos is further strengthened when he cries out and begs for his own life. Even with his slow, sad, touching voice, Montresor still will not stop. He continues to lay out the last brick and finally kills him. That generates a lot of wickedly, there are a lot of sadness. And so we get to really feel the wickedness of man, man's inhumanity to his fellow man. Killing your friend like that is really something that we will not accept, is unacceptable. Now we also see the first person point of view, the I person. The events are revealed through the lenses of Montresor. So it's recounting to us the events that happened in his life. When you tell somebody about what you witnessed, you're always going to be using first person pronouns like I, us, we, are. All of those tells us that you are recounting events that you personally witnessed firsthand. And the effectiveness of that, it draws authenticity and credibility to the event. It tells the audience that the events are true. They actually happened because you witnessed it. So these are the key ideas about the Cask of Amontillado. The examiner is always going to play around these items. So when they identify them, just pick each and every one of them and use them to answer questions and then come home safe and dry with all the marks in your pocket. So our next play that we are going to work on is Bole Butake's Lake God. Of course, set in the Northwest in 1986. The play is extremely very moving. So we are going to look at that and all the items that makes it a true play. So you hit the like button, subscribe, and you share. Tell your friends as much as possible. So keep coming back to these things one after the other. So we'll meet you there again. I'll meet you here again on this same platform as we follow up with a Lake God, and then from there we'll take another play, maybe Walls of Agony, Points of Gong. So catch you there, keep it cool until we meet again. Bye bye.